Hi there, everyone. Hi, Aries. Welcome to your June reading. I'm very excited to be back, and I'm super grateful to be hosting this reading from a completely different location. So, Aries, I thought it would be appropriate to start with you guys because this is officially my first general reading that I'm doing from my new home. And I figured, might as well start, sorry about that, with the starters of the zodiac. So I'm just going to try to cleanse this space with some sage, though I feel very divinely connected today. Seems like this lighter is failing on me. So how did your May go? You guys, I hope that May was a really nice month for you. I hope June is even better. So I've had quite the ride the last couple of weeks since I've arrived here. I've just been getting settled and just, trying to go about my day-to-day routine in slightly colder weather. No, but honestly, it's been beautiful weather here in London, so very grateful to be here. Super happy, you guys. Really grateful for your energy. Thank you so much. Okay. Slightly nervous. But here we go. What's in store for Aries this June 2017? This Queen of Wands has been following me around. You know what? I have to be a little bit honest with you guys. Well, not a little bit, but as honest as I can be with you guys. So before I came to do your reading, I had been catching on to some Leo energy. So for a while, I was wondering whether or not I should start with Leo. Because, yeah, Leo's been on my mind. And I'm not just referencing an ex. But yeah, Leo was on my mind. But then I was just convinced in other ways that it would be more appropriate to start with Aries. Went up to an Aries friend of mine in the house and just sat with them for a while, took their energy for a bit, with intention, of course, told them that I would be using their energy for this reading. But this Queen of Wands has been following me around between myself and a Leo reading that I did the other day. She popped up quite a lot. But the Queen of Wands can also be Aries energy, of course, since we're talking generally about a fire sign with the Queen of Wands. We also have the Ace of Swords here, and the Fool card just came out. The air is clearing itself. So it feels to me as though things may be slowly falling into place for you guys, actually. It's almost as though you're experiencing a bit more clarity. Ooh, wow, a bit more clarity in June. So, yes, I really do feel, yes. Okay. This is going to be a rather interesting reading, I have a feeling, Aries. What's going on? Let's take a look, yeah? I'm not really done drawing out all the cards, but let's tackle the ones that we have first here. Try to make this spread look pretty for you guys. These 5 cards here, I feel, are the overarching theme of your reading this month, whereas these 3 cards are energy, departing energy, I would like to say. This is energy that you are saying goodbye to, very stagnant energy here that's talking about perhaps being in a rather manipulative situation where you may have been involved with someone who was just very good with tampering with their emotions as well as your emotions, causing some sort of heartache and heartbreak after quite a long time, perhaps, of being involved with this person somehow, was a very toxic, was just very toxic to you in general, and perhaps also to this person too. I get this feeling that how do I... I'd like to say that we ought not to place any emphasis on particular signs that show up in this reading, because this mesh of cards can be looked at from different perspectives, of course. I choose to see this Devil card as really talking about being in an unhealthy relationship, which ultimately did trigger this discomfort here. And I choose to see this King of Cups less as a water sign and more depicting the characteristics of a person who could be emotionally manipulative in the situation. That's honestly how I tend to see the King of Cups, when other surrounding cards ill-define the King of Cups, because usually in its upright fashion, the King of Cups is usually someone who's got very stable emotions, or just has very good control over their emotions, and usually uses emotions to make beneficial decisions that way. It's kind of like following your heart. However, because the King of Cups is right next to this 3 of Swords and this Devil card, then I just get he basically may as well be reversed then to me, basically, which is why I say that it comes with this manipulative feeling. On the brighter side of things, though, I am seeing these 5 cards here as the overarching theme for the month of June, which is a lot brighter than the central core issue which we're tackling, I feel. And by tackling, I mean some of you may still be reeling from certain uncomfortable emotions and feelings, but you're now dealing with things perhaps in a more productive way, where you are putting yourself first here as this Fool card, and you choose not to be affected too much by past influences. By acting like the Fool, actually, you're doing yourself a favor, Aries, by taking this leap of faith into the unknown, but it's okay. So it's like you're taking a leap of faith into the unknown, but at the same time, clarity waits for you down the line, essentially, because you choose not to overthink anymore. You're decluttering your environment, decluttering your thoughts that way, and basically realizing what it is that is better for you, who it is that may be better for you, and surrounding yourself with a lot of people who love you here. I'm getting a feeling of union, marriage, friendships coming together, families uniting. The weather is getting a lot better, right? All over the world. So this is generally encouraging more family trips to the park. That's what I'm getting, actually. Trips to the park where the kids can have some fun. And where if you're coupled with a partner, you get to spend some. I'm at a loss for words, you guys. What's going on? So you get to spend some valuable time with your partners, reconnecting with them on a one-to-one basis. And just for the first time in a long time, things could slowly start to fall into place for you, which is really beautiful. I'd say for some of you, you're tying the knot or planning on tying the knot. This only becomes possible because you are eradicating those unhealthy relationships. You're saying goodbye to those toxic relationships. And let me make something clear as well, that these three cards here may not necessarily be talking about a present relationship. They can be these three cards could be talking about a relationship that was quite influential in your life, in your history, so to speak. And you know, the kind of relationship that was difficult to get over when it was over, and plays a role in who you pick, who you choose to be around currently, presently, where you are reminded of the hurt that you went through at some point, and therefore are encouraged to just basically let go of the debris, you know, any lingering bits of those unhealthy relationships that are just weighing you down. They're weighing you down mentally, and they can get quite exhausting. So the Fool doesn't engage with such old energy, and the Fool, in fact, is someone who still has a long way to go. Generally speaking, the Fool it has not been tarnished by so much negativity, which is why I feel as though there's a lot of effort that's being dedicated to letting go of this heavy, burdensome energy of the past, so that you can shed those extra layers that no longer serve you and kind of go back to the state of the Fool, making room for new stories, new events, and new situations to take over and replace this nasty energy that we're finally saying goodbye to. Yeah, that's lovely. Oh, I love this. So the Empress card has come out, and she is crowning this Three of Wands here. To me, what this says, oh, and we have 2 3s here. This is beautiful. Okay. What this is telling me, basically, is that by doing this, if you are doing this, you are coming into your own strength, and you're coming into your own power, and potential is being realized at this time. For some of you, those of you who are in committed relationships, and you feel like there is there is this possibility to rejuvenate a spark between you and your partner, because things may be falling into place slowly, or if there were some troubles that were weighing you down. Here I'm really trying to relay this 10 of Cups and this 4 of Wands here. So this possibility of coming back together again as a couple, stronger than ever here. Some of you may be really considering growing your family. With this Empress card, you have a lot of fertile energy on your side, and the rest of you may indeed just simply be focusing on personal growth of your careers and businesses, or even personal projects, where this is a good time for you to take a break. Actually, summer is just around the corner. This would be the time for you to take a break, reflect on how much improvement you've made over the last few months, and allow yourself that luxury to basically just appreciate the hard work, the effort that you've put in, and wait for the profit of it all to come back to you. Because this is a return on investment card for me when I think of business. And with the 2 3s, we're really talking about a lot of movement forward, and in a very successful way. It becomes a lot easier, perhaps, to move forward without pain, without feeling that pain or feeling that loss that was once upon a time incapacitating. It's taking that active decision not to move ahead with ugly feelings anymore. You're saying goodbye to this, completely stripping yourself down and coming back to essentially what makes you powerful, independent, and wealthy with wisdom and knowledge. So you don't have to be wealthy in terms of money. In fact, there are no pentacle cards here, so we're not really talking about making more money. We're just talking about finding a new way to be comfortable with what it is that we have, and realizing that this potential to grow can be expansive depending on your perspective. So you don't need to see more money come your way in order to grow in a certain manner. You don't need to. Your wealth is not defined by how many people are around you, but the quality of people who are surrounding you, the quality of your thoughts, and the purity of your heart. And how you do that is by shedding those layers that have become stale. And by doing that, you can relax and you can calm down a little bit more and wait for the next best thing to come along. Cool. Let's see if there's anything else here that can be said. I keep staring at this Queen of Wands because she may represent this powerful, independent woman. If you are a woman watching this video, she's representing this powerful, independent woman who refuses to let anyone empower her it's good to have some people empower you, of course, and help you realize that you are a powerful, independent, strong woman. But this is not allowing anyone to come in your way, to get in your way, between you and your own success that way. And for those of you male viewers of mine, this Queen of Wands could be talking about someone very special in your life. And I can't help but think of the phrase, behind every great man is a great woman as well. So don't hate on me for saying that if you're male. And I'm all for equal rights. I'm all for equality, generally speaking. I don't favor one gender over another. In other words, but sometimes it's important for us to remember that we all have our key strengths. And there will always be ways that you could be better at something than someone else is, right? And they could have strong points where you have weak points. And by coming together, balance is restored that way. And so I really feel that, okay, again, with these 3 cards here, there was no balance. There wasn't a sense of equality. Perhaps one person was always putting in more effort than the other person, and that way both of you, or at least one of you, is bound to get hurt. Whereas in this scenario here with the Queen of Wands, the Ace of Swords is clarity, the sense of clarity and focus moving forward, and shedding all these unnecessary burdens and feelings, and basically just feeling quite young again with this Fool card here, and a lot of happiness surrounding you with the 10 of Cups, the 4 of Wands, this potential to rejuvenate, to find that spark again, whether that spark is within yourself and for yourself alone, or this spark is something that may be shared with your partner if you're coupled. Then this is really a sense of empowering yourself and those around you to move forward and only forward, and not to take any more steps backwards, and to appreciate each person's independence that way, and to strive to become better people, together as well. So there is quite a lot to be said about this. Yeah, this is what I'm seeing for you guys, really. I will leave you to it, Aries. Perhaps you will find this reading empowering and walk away with a few things to reflect upon. The most important insights you can gain are insights that you draw from this reading yourself, and not necessarily the words that you take from me, but it's what you make of it that counts the most. And so I really hope that this reading helps you find that inner peace that we all want to have. And by finding that inner peace yourself, you can really help others around you go for it too. Because again, always remember this, you are starters, and you are initiators. You help us initiate just as much as you are able to help yourself initiate better, grander things in your life. So thank you so much for joining me, Aries. And I do hope to come back soon, perhaps for a mid-month update if I find the time. And I welcome all your comments and your likes, and all your support in general. Thank you, Aries. Love you guys. Take good care of yourselves. Bye.